welcome back guys. In this video we're going to be tackling on the predecessing points of the argument with Petrus over there. I think we've exhausted all his dialogue. All he's going to complain about is until the next time we see Rio, which will be later on, but we'll be heading up past the Undead parish. This point in the game we're relatively equipped, and I forgot to mention this. Yeah, this is right. I'm heading down this way because I've realized I thought there was only one Black Knight that was in the Undead Asylum. Made the mistake. There was actually two Black Knights that are located in the Undead Asylum that we gotta get ourselves an extra chunk with. And these torch hollows just absolutely bully me again. There's no way around them unless you want to pick a fight. So we're here to pick a fight with our big father, Master the Father. Even through the wall, their attacks hit me before mine hits them. So we're going to use the overarching attack of the scythe to take these guys out. And we're just slowly waddling along, coming past here. We've already killed the stray demon, so there's no need to fall down into the area again. Just take out this hollow, and we should be all good. All good to go on forward. So, coming through here, we actually find the Black Knight, which is our side path tutorial area, is waiting for us. They drop a red chunk for us, which is something that we gotta look for if we want to grab it. So we got ourselves a nice riposte there, and another Black Knight sword and a red chunk. So we've done that. We're gonna come up the stairs and try and get out of this hellhole. There's no way out other than going around towards the other side here. I'm not going to be very proud of what we're going to be accomplishing in this next episode, because it's going to be an overarching theme towards the pivotal point of the crux of the game, which is actually going to be Anolondo, which slowly we're going to be pushed forward to. It's bringing me depressive thoughts thinking that we've passed the middle area of the game, and it's not being close to where we need to be in terms of being overpowered really early. But we're actually past that point of being overpowered really early, and we're actually venturing off to the points where the game is starting to pick up its strength. The enemies around us are going to be much stronger, the HP pool is going to be much wider, so we're going to be have to keep that in mind, and obviously we've got to compensate with our weaponry. Just head up through the Undead parish. I realised I forgot to grab that last chunk, that's why we headed off to the Undead Asylum there. It's got decent gear at the moment. Maybe thinking about upgrading my gear, chuck on, you know, a couple Titanite shards and what have you. I'm not sure about changing the gear itself, but it doesn't take too much Titanite to upgrade your gear in this game. That's one thing that I really think back on when I play this. I thought, oh, you had to upgrade your gear in this game, so you had to do the same with Dark Souls 2. I thought back on that, and then I realized when I started upgrading, it only took 5 shards and like a couple large shards and like 2 chunks and a slab to fully upgrade. So you can get yourself to +9 pretty much. You just buy a bunch of materials, and you can just, if you have the souls to expend, you can get most of your armor upgraded. Ooh, giving him the divine ember, I believe. What we're doing now is we're buying some Titanite shards. We're seeing what armor we can upgrade, and I can see right there our Hollow Warrior War Skirt. We can upgrade that, so we're gonna get our armor to +9. Maybe we can expend a couple Titanite slabs on our armor later on if I feel like farming some slabs. I think the overarching theme of this character will be this armor set, and we can definitely expend our slabs on the armor. So early on, we won't need to slab up any weapons. So, and we do get a hefty amount of slabs given to us throughout the game. just by in general. So I think in one playthrough we'll have more than 4 slabs, so we can use those slabs on our armor. We first start out in our first playthrough, because we'll be relying heavily on enchanted items. And I'm looking through just to see what we can upgrade next. So it's the Holy Robe. It's the main cuirass of our armor defense, which would be beneficial if we upgraded that. We get an extra like 10 stat boosts for it. We're at 40 now. It used to be now 47. It used to be 28. Now we've almost doubled the defense for our stuff, and I'm thinking about dumping a slab into that later on. Just takes time to understand what's going on in my head and the playstyle I want to attack. It's a hard leather guards. We're just gonna be pushing our slab, our Titanite shards into that, and see. It's not much. So I got a lot of junk in my inventory. It's not careful. Okay, we're gonna head off and check out the bunch of. I guess we're a chunk away from our gloves being upgraded fully. So now I know where to go. Alright, we know we've pretty much tackled everything that we need to do in this portion of the game. There's not much more. Just playing around with the rings, see what good combination we can use. Obviously the rusted iron ring will come into play handy later. Hornet ring, criticals, maybe not. So we're gonna head on out. We are heading straight towards the snes fortress, and over here there's gonna be lots of snake men, and these snake men can be seen in snes fortress and also in Duke's archives. There's a lore significance to that factor of location. They can, oh yeah, if you don't know, you can activate the trap on one of them, but a couple missed. So we're gonna take this guy out. And this snake guy, what is he gonna drop us? Nothing. So the greatsword that they drop is the best greatsword in the game. So out of all the greatswords in the classes of greatswords, they drop the best one you can get. That's the S tier of all the greatswords in the game. So I'll have a brave warrior there. Let's cut forward to the next room of the dungeon. I want to get down there, take out all the demon titanite, but I'm scared I might hurt myself really badly if I drop down just like that. So we're gonna go forward a bit. We're gonna take this guy out. He's in the way and there's no way around him, so you want to be really careful. So I just take him out with a parry, a well-timed parry. Could be swinging away at oh, we did get the sword. We got the sword, the best in slot sword. We could be swinging away at him, but I'm scared to fall off the ledge, so we're just gonna kill him and then drop down here to the secondary point where these cobra heads are. And yeah, so checking out the rings. The best ring we can put on here is the rusted iron ring, but since there's tar at the bottom here, I'm not sure what it is. This tar area, it's hindering our movement. Rusted iron ring is the best choice of action. So I'm just swapping that out, and we're mobile again, and it feels awesome. These enemies, they can be easily dodged, but their hitboxes are so unforgiving that you gotta be in the best place to be is behind their leg. I've learnt through attrition that the best spot in course of action to be when you're fighting these fellas is behind the leg, around here somewhere, and keep baiting their attacks while it gives you time to attack and bait. See, we're just on the edge of the hitbox there, so it just chipped away a little bit of our health. These guys are definite drop of demon titanite, and we're gonna take out each and every one of them with our flame great scythe. And like I said, these guys are very, with the flame, with physical, it might cause some problem if you just have physical damage, but Since we're rocking some elemental on us, we can at least do some damage to their health. We can see some progress in each hit. And just slowly pushing away, taking away, bit by bit. And he's gone. There's a scythe down there, but we've got a much better scythe that we're using. We're just gonna come through, take out the last 2 Demon-Tide Knights. These guys, and if you're not familiar with their playstyle, they can pose quite a threat to the uninitiated, but if you have a proper understanding perspective of the direction of their hitbox and how they hit it, you see right here I get bombarded with fear and pessimism, and that I thought I'd be safe in the wall there, but he poked his arm. That's why I have to give kudos to the design engine of Dark Souls as well. It outsmarted me right there. I thought this game's not smart enough to poke his arm around the corner and hit me with that lightning, but it did. I thought it would clip through the wall and it would hit the wall, but his arm reached around the corner and free aimed me. That was pretty cool. So we're just taking out his health before the secondary guy comes closer to us. He's got the catching pole, which you can do a grab attack and kill us with that, but we're not going to let that happen. Be wary of when the timing and spacing of when the attacks land and hit you. And that was he's punishing our advances. We've got to retreat back and just basically expend our Estus before it becomes too late. That's perfect. That's perfect. Great dodge. And I really gotta get some progress going in terms of when I create stuff. With anything, I gotta start getting in the motion of productivity and creating things. Not these videos. What's he doing? Doesn't matter. Push on through. Especially you guys. If you guys need to, do something, don't let anything hold you back. Just get up right now and do it. Don't let anything hold you back. Especially thoughts of procrastination. My best advice for that would be, when you're thinking about something, just make it happen. You got to manifest it into reality through the hands that you're given. You can be split in the middle. You only have one hand on one side, one hand on the other. That's why it takes. We're not like in terms of mitosis. It takes two to create. It takes one to create mitosis, but since we're not that type of cell organism, we actually need two to create. The same as being, it's like we got 2 hands, 2 feet, 2 eyes, 2 ears, but 1 mouth. Then the mouth can be split into 2. So that's what I'm saying. We have double the chance of making productive shit happen. Let's keep that in mind. Whereas we're born with 2 hands, gotta make things happen twice at the magnitude than what you could procrastinate or ever think of it be. You gotta push it out, keep it working, given all the tools at your disposal. So this is a pretty lengthy fight. It's taken a while. These hits that I'm getting, it's actually brought the Mask of the Father, which doesn't have the highest durability of everything. It can't be upgraded. The mask can't be upgraded with anything. So it's bringing the hits that I'm taking. These guys are dishing out on me. That's bringing the armor down. So glad we bought a repair kit. So we gotta go and repair that next time we're at the bonfire. It's just the mask though. It's probably doesn't offer the highest defense. We've finished our last Demon-Tide Knight, and we can actually find the upgrade materials that he drops, and we can head on out of this dungeon area. Just double checking. Did I miss anything? Is there anything back here? Nah, nothing back here. Alrighty. Thought about swapping the headpiece, but I thought may as well just keep the Mask of the Father on, just because it's universally equipable and relatable to our situation right now. because we don't need to be different types of headpieces. We can just stick with the same theme of the whole playthrough, and we're pushing through. Climbing up this ladder here, this is why we want to drop down. It's because we can actually get access to the giant that actually opened the doors of Sense Fortress for us. One of the giants that opened the doors of Sense Fortress to us, and these giants drop chunks, and we can use these chunks for whatever armor upgrades or whatever needs to be upgraded with our chunks. And there's a finite resource, but those will get plenty of chunks for acquisition when we are farming the Dark Wraiths, for farming Titanite slabs. Just another fun thing they've kept inside. I'm not sure if we can jump down there. I'm looking for a path that we can jump down to, but there's no path. This dude. Ooh. See, you listen to their vocal expressions, they're very animate. You just gotta stay away from where he's about to attack. He's a slow, overbearing enemy, and with our Scythe and Bleed, it takes him down relatively easy. There we go. He's down. We're gonna pick up the item he dropped. It's gonna be a chunk. Yeah, that's a good resource. It's well worth taking these guys out. You can see the chain that he used to pull up the gate for Sense Fortress for us. Now, where are we gonna go? I'm thinking about going back to the bonfire. Possibly the yeah. We're gonna head back to the bonfire just because we need to repair our mask. Before we go, just checking out the landscape. There doesn't seem there's nothing here. Gonna head down, because there was a illusory wall that was covering this place as well. I'm gonna head down through on out. Yeah, there's no point in going past there. Just head back to the bonfire and repair our shit. We got that chunk so we can finally get our gloves to +9. That means we got a full armor set of +9. We're just shy of a couple slabs, 3 slabs, and that should get us to +10 for all our armor. Reinforced repairing, sorry. Just going through everything and repairing everything. Mask, everything. So we're back at Sense Fortress, and I made an oopsie. I dropped down, not knowingly, but we still can survive that fall, which looks pretty good. That fall damage looked pretty reminiscent to the fall damage we took back where the cobras were. So I guess we could have dropped down in that pit, right where the lava pit was. I mean, sorry, the tar pit, and we could have survived right next to being the demon titanites. That wall just went back to being illusory. Not sure why. Pass on through Sense Fortress and get this area finished. That's the covetous gold serpent ring down there, which we're gonna get later on. Gonna find a path down there, which we need to wrap around this whole area. You gotta be careful here with it's very testing. Watch out for the cobra. Spit his poison at us. It's gonna take him out. Perfect. And there's a couple of traps here as well. I guess this is a chunk, or the large side. Alright. So, passing through. Here, this snake can actually open the door for us. If we can wake him up. If he does a heavy attack, he can actually open up the door for us. But he falls down. I'll try and save quit. See if we can save his life. But I don't think... No, he just spawns dead. Yeah, we just missed him there. Alright, head on out to see Siegmeyer. Oh, that snake took a beating. Take him out. And Siegmeyer should be down here. He's chilling. Have a talk with him. This progresses his quest line. We can actually get a slab from him later on. Good boy. And yeah, push on out through. So you can see the corpses that Siegmeyer was taking care of. There's the snake people. The Shotel is that shiny in the distance there. If you feel like grabbing that, that's one of Lortrix weapons. So we still need to pay him a visit later on. Just roll through the if the boulders are in your way, just roll through them. There's a cobra here. It's blocking our entrance. We'll take him out. So if you're wondering what's the treasure that's behind here, it's the steel ring of protection. And you can chuck it on if you're not feeling confident with the physical attacks that people are dishing out on you. I chucked it on for a little bit for the following segment, just to have some form of defense. But we got here the showtell. Let's drop down there to grab the loot. I'm gonna head on out to the rotunda where the boulders are actually being spawned from. There's actually a giant on the rooftops dishing out these boulders one at a time. So we're gonna pay him a visit just to give him a friendly nudge to let him know what are you thinking, guy? Just doing my head in these boulders. It's so annoying. And coming from Demon Souls to this game, this area seems like a bit of an upgrade of an annoying, pissed off area. Something you'd find in Demon Souls areas, just tricky, pissed off areas. Blocking these darts, you want to deal with them, and the snake itself. When you're running through, the snake will be there to block you, so you take full hits from the darts. And we got another man serpent sword. It's the benefits of having 10 humanity always on us. Coming down here, so you'll find the boulders that keep piling up down there. They're just gonna keep piling up, and eventually they're gonna hit the wall. So over here, you don't want to open this chest. It's actually a mimic. You want to be careful. I've used up all my Lloyd's talismans just to farm out the symbol of avarice, but we never got it. Just farming out the symbol of avarice. We can get the lightning spear that he can drop if you kill him. That's some loot that you can get from him. Used up the last Lloyd's talisman, and then once I did that, I killed him, and we got nothing. So that's pretty much like that's pretty much it for this area of Snes Fortress. You want to be careful for this lift. It can go all the way up to the top, and there are spikes in the roof, and it can kill you. That's not good. Coming through here, checking this door, making sure we dot the I's and the T's, cross the T's. There's nothing there. But this is an area where we want to bait a boulder to come down so we can actually smash it open for good old Big Hat Logan. And it's gonna sit there. We actually got it down. And it's just gonna keep going down. But there's a troll here. If you leave the area, it will troll you, and boulders will be dropping in the direction that you were actually in. That's gonna be the biggest troll. Sucks. Down here, I failed miserably, and I'm panicking. I'm thinking that boulder's gonna troll and drop down where I'm standing right now. So I'm making my way all the way up the stairs as quick as possible, and I'm just bolting down, dropping down, taking the snake out, this cobra. Large soul of a proud knight. And that gives us access to just double checking if this is a illusory wall or not. It's not. And here we get the Black Sorceress set and Hush. It's very good. Very good set, and where we were before, that gives us access to that side of that prison cell. So we know where we are right now. So we gotta make our way to finishing the looting of this area. It's, down here. Obviously down here, this brings us straight to where we were before. We don't need to go down there. Finish the looting of the area. I'm sure the Dragon Crest ring should be here. I showed you, yeah. This is where the Dragon Crest ring is. This is just on top of the area, on top of the, yeah, that's where we first entered Snes Fortress. It's got the Dragon Crest ring, which is a very OP in PvE, where you can run behind the enemies and they won't discover your location. It's very OP, especially if you're trying to be a ninja. You got the fog ring from the cat covenant, and that ring is just invisible. Or you can use invisible body Ulasil and use that ring in conjunction if you want to stealth around the areas and not have any of the NPCs aggro onto you. Heading out through here, we got Big Hat Logan there. What's going on? We're heading up. Oh no. Just pushing on through. Oh man. Redirecting the boulder again. You see it actually repositioned itself. Some trolls up here doing that for us. Just gotta put it in the right direction to where we were previously, where we killed the mimic. Because I thought we still needed to fill up the hole. But we don't need to. The hole's already filled up with boulders, and the wall's already been cracked from the boulder. It's right here. We got eons before that reaches us. Come here, grab the loot. This is one of the best rings in the whole game. And I'm just checking this alleyway. This is just a fall down for the boulders. We don't need to come down here. But I always every playthrough I do, I always check everything like that. When I know there isn't anything there, but I always double check and make sure I got everything. And yeah, we're just gonna keep dodging these boulders. I think everything's looking up to shape at the moment. Oh my god. Carry on down the lift. See the rings, chucking on that gold serpent ring. Just because that passive item discovery is crazy. Yeah. Alright. What's going on here? Oh no. Those arrows can actually inhibit your ability to run past that area, so it's good to bait it out first, and then just gonna kill this man serpent over here. This guy hiding some loot for us to grab. Backstab obviously does a one-hit kill. It's perfect. Large side nut shot. That's always useful for all playthroughs to be going through. There we go. And what's going on? Killing this guy. And killing this guy. Down here is useless. And we're gonna be pushing on through. Thought I could parry that. 2-hit kill. Wonderful. Up here, you are gonna get ambushed by this cobra. He will spit lightning at you. I'm just preparing myself. The black firebomb, I don't want to deal with this guy and his bullshit. So I spend my black firebombs that I had on my persons that we picked up on this critter. And that's done. Passing through Sense Fortress over the bridge. And we just made that seemingly. But there's another trap here. I just keep thinking, every corner I turn in this place, there's a trap. So I gotta keep myself not rushing through. Nothing down that area. Can't be rushing through this place because I'm gonna end up running into a trap and it's gonna hit me. And there we go. Pass through the fog wall. We're gonna come down here. Gonna encounter a boulder knight. What's he gonna dish out? We're gonna get his sword. I was hoping to get some item discovery on this Just get a sword. See, the attacks on this side, the running attacks, is fucking phenomenal. And keeping with the overarching theme of this episode, we're going to be looting out this whole area. It's not the most fun area. That's why, ironically, I called it the funhouse. Everyone calls it that because it's meant to be like a big great freaking carnival ride, isn't it? But it's not. It's not fun. It's just, there's traps everywhere. It's just bullshit you have to deal with as a player. So I'm just curious as to what we're gonna do next. What's next for the plan? I'm not sure really. Large soul. Just getting these souls. I don't need to light that bonfire because we've already got different types of bonfire. We won't need to be resting at no bonfire, restarting the area at any point. I'm gonna be going through in one foul swoop and finishing it all. Perfect. Alright. Sneaking up on this guy. Undead Hollow Knight. And with 2 R2s, we've just killed him. And he drops a great axe for us, which is pretty rare. That's a pretty rare drop. And there's another overbranching area on this area. It's Ricard. He's got his buckler. Still feeling sick though, guys. Oh. We're gonna take it. Yeah, he shouldn't serve as any issue whatsoever. The attacks barely tickle us. We just full on decimate him. There we go. Pick up his sword, but his sword isn't really worth it. Especially for this playthrough. What do we have here? Oh, okay. Got a couple hidden blessing and what have you. Finishing this area up. We've got to finish the area up. And pushing on through. You can see there is a merchant down here. That's the guy that's been throwing those boulders down in the area. It's the boss battle coming up soon. Smack this guy. Smack him. Gone. There's not much down this area. I want to just take out the undead merchant. It's just illusory wall. Not there. Pushing on through, and we're probably just going to take on the boss for now. So we'll get the cage key later on, but these cages can be open and we can use them to get a shortcut from the beginning part of the Sense Fortress to here, which is very useful later on. It's just you need a cage key. We don't have the master key, so we need to scavenge the cage key. It's alright. Pushing on through. Past the ledge. Yeah, you could drop down there, but that place leads nowhere. I was hoping it leads somewhere better, but just led nowhere. There we go with this guy. He dropped this easy tight notch. If we come up here, we get to fight the giant that throws these giant fireballs at us. As you can see, we're gonna make work of him pretty easily. Just a couple hits with the scythe. Should see himself out. Boom. Finish that. And we drop this chunk, which is what we want. There's the boss. Alright, the boss. Popping these balls. Just in the way. Right now we're going to take on the boss, which gives us access to Anor Londo. Now you can drop him off the edge. I'm not really familiar with the pattern of where you need to space him to drop him off the edge. But we're just going to take him out. You see, we're more powerful enough to just distract him, get him woozy a bit, want to fall down. You just got to dodge his grabbing attacks, that's all. Just don't be in front of him when he does his attacks. Just try to arch around his legs and be behind him. He's going to fall to the ground. It give us lots of openings in order to whack him to death with our sight. That axe is pretty crazy. We're just gonna keep whacking him. See, it takes a whole stamina bar for 2 R2s, so it's good just to have enough stamina for one, and just a tiny little bit just to allow you to get another one in. Instead of like waiting for your bar to go all the way up to the end. Got the core of the Iron Golem. And that will be it for this episode. Got ourselves a humanity. We're gonna break it up, just give it a break, but we're gonna come back in the next episode and finish off what we haven't already.